should be good to go, all live and working. Shouldn't have any problems that we had the other day. I think we got all that worked out, so that's good. We're going to be playing a few different lists today. I think it's kind of going to be my new thing when we decide to play. It's just going to be goofing off with a few different decks that we just find around the internet. Because I've been kind of going around seeing, like, what weird list are people playing? And I kind of want to start goofing around with more of those. I've featured a few on the channel already. We played some in the last stream, and some of those videos will be coming up over the next few days. But I kind of want to just start looking at a few more of these because there's still some wild stuff out there. But while we wait for people to get in here, I will do the intro, and we will get to playing. So what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a look at an Abzan deck that happens to be what I'm calling a Kaya control deck. This was from a user online that goes by the name of Squig, and it kind of plays like a domain control, sort of, but really goes a different direction. So let's take a look at what we got here. Now, looks like Squid was obviously making some concessions for the early aggro deck, so it has some Not On My Watch as well as Soul Partition, which is good because the creatures that would die and then deal damage to you, this just exiles them, so you don't have to worry about that. Then we have Up the Beanstalk, because we do have some expensive spells in the deck. Cease and Desist, can move some cards from the graveyard, which is good against the Reanimator decks if you want to keep them from getting things, but also can destroy artifacts and enchantments in a pinch if you need to. We have some Sunfall for extra removal, obviously. Some Overlords of the Hauntwood to make sure we have all of our different land types and mana to go with our Leyline Binding. So not a surprise. And again, this is the part where I said it's kind of like a domain control deck, but not totally. We are playing some Overlord of the Mistmoors, and that's one way to spend that extra mana, but also just get you extra bodies. It's just good, right? There is a fun of, as we'll call it, the Breach the Multiverse, which we know this card's absurd and still really good, even though we're not seeing it as much on the ladder these days. And then 3 Kaya Intangible Slayer. This is actually pretty cool as the finishing card. It obviously can be removal. It can just drain your opponent to kind of end the games that way. So this list looks like it could probably do some stuff. Now, I think it was originally made for best of 3, but I think it will work in best of 1. So this is going to be an interesting one to try out and see how it goes. I think we could have some tough matchups, but we'll find out. As always, though, at the end of the video, if you want to get this list, it will have a link in the description below to take you over to Moxfield, who's a channel sponsor, and then you can just download this and give it a go yourself if you're a fan of Kaya. For now, though, let's go see if this Kaya control is the way to victory. All right. Let's get into the rank ladder with a Kaya controller. Let's see what we can do. I think it could be kind of a tough deal against some of the like mono white token whatever decks, but otherwise we might actually have some reasonable game here. Can we even get away with keeping this? I mean, I guess so. Because if we get... Well, I mean, it has to be a green land, though, to take advantage of the Overlord. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan this one. Because I feel like you kind of want at least 3 mana. Opponent? Actually, that's been a thing lately. I don't know if other people have been experiencing that. I've had several opponents that... like pre-match will take all the way down to their end of their rope before they start the match, or like others where like what just happened where like we'll be ready to go and then we're just sitting for like a minute, and I don't know why. I don't know what that's a result of. All right, we'll pass. I'm giving up the option for Soul Partition so I can just use Overlord of the Mistmoors, or Overlord of the Hauntwoods, I should say. So it's unfortunate, but I kind of have to go get a forest here. As much as I would like to get a plains. Oh, well, that solves that problem for later anyway, so that's cool. Let's get some lands. Playing the ramp game. And they have white mana for a Liliana.
Enough with the mysteries.
I think I'm just going to discard the cease and desist. Have a feeling it doesn't do too much here. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, Shay and Twig. Welcome to the chat. Opponent. I assume you're just going to +1 Liliana. Oh, maybe they like their hand and they don't want a +1. Okay, so they are going to make us discard.
Drop it.
Maybe. This might be one of those games that goes long, even though not a lot of things are happening, because the opponent's a little bit slower. Alpha, I did that way in the beginning. Lots of people do it. That's not taking a note from anybody. I only play best of one for content. Oh, no! Oh, they're doing the Reanimator thing, and oh, that sucks. Oh, and I discarded the cease and desist. How brutal. I may have to be punished for my crimes. Oh, that's so sad. Well. Oh, man, that hurts me inside. Crap. I mean, okay, I guess I could still soul partition it, and I could just sacrifice some things, so it's not like the end of the world. And then I could breach the multiverse, I guess. So that's fine. That's funny. I could soul partition the Knucklehead. That'd be funny.
Off you go.
This is interesting, because I don't know how I want to use this soul partition. Because they could just as well just reanimate it next turn, and then I'd be costing myself an option. But if it's in the graveyard, there's a chance I can get it. So I would rather do that. And force them to find something else. That's not a bad option to have either. I mean, that being said, if they have a land, they get to do it anyway. Oh, but they don't. Alright.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to account for the discard option there. That's tough. Okay. Yeah, I misplayed this game a couple different ways. I feel like they... Well, let's see if they have the Reanimator spell here. If they do, then it just doesn't matter. Okay, they don't. At least not yet. They might have it here. Alright, let's draw an untapped land. Nope, they did have it. Alright. Well, let's see if we get one. Oh, because that exiles everything. I don't even get it. Alright, go to our graveyard. We get these. Sure. That's funny how that works. It's alright. Let's see what happens. I misplayed this every which way. I should just die. I don't know what they're doing here. I mean, they could also just breach the multiverse again. All right, opponent's taking too long. I already played terrible. They should win this one. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. I'll assume the opponent was going to win that. They deserve to. Do. All right, let's go. Play a beanstalk. See if it hangs around for a bit. Okay, that's not bad. Hey, thanks for that. Yeah, not really much else to do here. The options kind of take care of themselves. And they're going to reanimate a Haughty-Gen. And then we're going to target it. Then they're going to counter it. Then we're going to target it again. It's probably how it's going to go. Probably don't need that. We have a lot of lands in hand. Sure. This is just making them spin counters. All it is. Yep. And then they'll counter this one. Nope, they didn't. Alright. They're digging for something. More pranksters? Founding of the third path. Alright. Ah, there you go. Now they'll get their Abhorrent Oculus. That's what they want. Yeah, sadly, we just have to pass. Don't really have anything going on with this hand. Pretty disappointing. And they still have a helping hand in the graveyard, right? Well, reconstruct. Yeah, recommission. Same thing. Same thing. Alright, I guess we gotta try. Don't expect it to resolve. Oh, it did, though. Interesting. A little bit of a surprise, honestly. I guess we'll end the turn. Then they'll bounce it. Sure. I'm not mad at that. Let's go target the recommission, and there's only one Oculus in there. Let's go ahead and target this. Oh, target a player. Oh, to gain the life finger. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, why is it not counting those cards? All right, you have a Haughty-Gen. Another beanstalk, huh? I don't know if we really need that, but it's whatever. Alright, let's activate one of these and get an attack in. Or at least attempt to. So they don't have any cheap counters in hand. Because they would have definitely put... Oh, well, they could have had the one that just makes you pay 2 mana, though. We did have 2 mana open. So it could be that. There's an Oculus, sure. Do we attempt this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. Alright, let's do this first. Just so I have a little more information. Did find another land, so that didn't suck. I guess I'm going to go with this. Okay, I was kind of hoping to find a ley line, so that's good. And then pass the turn. I'm a little suspicious because I haven't countered anything. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that worked out for the most part. 35 cards to 23 cards. Oh, it's another Haughty Jin. Did you find a counter? You did not. Yep, that'll do it. That actually worked out pretty well. Like, opponent was milling. They were going through some cards. Like, that was kind of crazy. Look how many cards they saw already. That's wild. But, hey, we'll take the win. I've seen that deck quite a lot, too, lately. I don't know. It seems... It's probably decent because it's close to a budget build. You don't need that many rares to play it. So it's probably why there's more of it out there right now. Different versions of it, too. Alright, we'll keep this. Oh boy, we're going to need this not on my watch to do a lot of work. Okay. Take my hit. Pass the turn. Sad part is I only have one removal spell here, and you really kind of want 2 against the red decks. Alright, well, we'll start here. I mean, I'll take a blast from the other ones. Yep, saw that coming. Okay, if, and this is a big if, we can get through this turn, we can Sunfall next turn and be fairly safe. But if they have a pump spell and the fling, we're dead. Yeah, it looks like we're dead. No, they were not. There wasn't a rage or anything, so we're safe. Nope, there it is. We go to 1. Oh, that's gross. Well, we have to do this. And hope they don't get a haste creature here. Okay, hey, that's not a haste creature. And we can gain 2 life. We have a blocker. Unfortunately, we're still short from Kaya, which would have got us 3 life. Alright. Play this first. That did not help. Another beanstalk. Not what we need right now. We can gain 2 and probably still die. Oh, that's tough. Probably should have played this as an untap land so I could have a blocker. Yeah. I messed up. I should have left the blocker up and the ability to gain 2 life. Because they didn't play anything, so they obviously have pump spells here. And if anything tramples, we just die. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're dead. Wait, they didn't attack? We got super lucky here. Unless they just have like another burn spell, I guess. Okay, so they had that anyway. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't just attack as a bonus, like make me spend mana or whatever. That was weird. Yeah, I played that poorly though. They deserve to win that one. They had the answers anyway, even if I would have done it correctly, but I played that totally wrong. To be honest, if you asked me about a deck other creators made, there's a good chance I wouldn't know because I probably haven't seen them. Alright, I'm going to keep this. Let's see what we got. Shadowy Backstreet. Sure, that could stay up there, I guess. Like, just taking it to make sure we have the land. Okay. This is the matchup I thought this deck would have trouble with. Hey, thanks. Alright, we're going to go here. Yeah, because honestly, like, our removal doesn't do much in this fight, so it's just kind of like... Probably end up using, like, Cease and Desist to just destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Probably going to be, like, our best bet, but... We shall see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I really don't need that. Alright. I mean, we could always get, like, a, Oh. Yeah. This is going to get bad real fast. We drew a lot of lands here, too. That is not good. Another beanstalk. Okay. I guess... Not sure what I'm even hoping to draw here. There's a Cease and Desist. But I gotta get to 6. And not be dead. But here's the thing. We do have a Sunfall. Right? So we can Sunfall and then Cease and Desist. And then go from there. So it's not the worst thing. Though they will have like 7 cards in hand or whatever when that happens. But one thing at a time. Alright, we're not going to solve all the problems at once. We can just attack them one at a time. Alright. Now our hand's going to be overloaded. 2, 4, 5. 6, 7. I guess not on my watch is what we want to get rid of here. All right, what do we got going on? Okay, that wasn't too bad. Destroy. Hold on. I guess it might as well be artifacts and enchantments. I mean, we lose our 4/4 as opposed to them getting to keep a thing that just lets them get a token. It's probably worth it. I mean, the thing is, they could just crack theirs anyway and still get the same effects. They would just get 2 extra cards here, so... Yeah, I'm just going to destroy enchantments. Oh, it destroys all artifacts and enchantments. What am I talking about? I don't even get to choose. Alright, we got another Cease and Desist. That's good. Hey, new follower. Thanks. I mean, this is kind of silly because we both have just giant piles of cards in hand right now, but sure. Yep, Caretaker's Talent, copy one of them. Overlord Mistmores, yep. Oh, that's not helping. Well, what's our other option here? We're only at 8. I hate having to waste these on those, but I don't think we have a choice. I mean, I guess we could play our own Overlord. And that's something. I mean, if they're smart, though, they're just going to play removal spells, get rid of our creatures, and... Oh, they don't have to do that. They can just level up and then just pump their things. Yeah, alright. GG's. We're dead. This is the matchup I thought we were going to have a hard time with anyway, so I'm not really surprised by that. Wish we saw more Boros Mighty Mouse. I don't even know what that is. But if you're talking about just like Boros with mice, there's plenty actually. Never been on Twitch before? Yep. I'm on Twitch and on YouTube and on Facebook. All right. This hand, not great. No green. We'll keep this and hope is what we're going to do. There's a lot of hope in this hand. All right, opponent's ready. Well, they were ready to play a land at least. See, this is what I was saying. I've been having a lot of opponents that are just like, in the early turns, it's taking the whole turn, which is kind of a surprise. I don't know what's going on, but it's been very common lately. Alright, so that's going to get pumped up and attack. Sounds good. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this now. Then they can spend their whole turn replaying it. That's fine. No, it's not even Salt Rope. I mean, it's just people just taking very long turns, like through the first 3 turns, which I find very interesting. Yep, it's back. I was hoping to get a little something else there, but did not work out. Another Soul Partition. I guess I can stay. I'll just draw it here. More followers. Thank you. So I think what we're going to try for here is during their instep Soul Partition, they'll probably protect something. And then Sunfall, hopefully on the following turn, to get all the things. Oh, well, never mind. We don't even have to do that. Well, that changes things quite a bit. Also because we didn't draw land, so I don't know. Alright, things to think about. We have 3 removal cards, even if we don't get to Sunfall. Alright. Obviously, they'll protect this. If they have the ability to. They do not. All right, that works. What is that thing? All right, they're just going ham here. And now it has... Oh, that sucks. All right, I guess I'll get rid of this. Well done, opponent. Well, I guess I'll do what I can do. Draw a card here. I guess I'll take another ley line. Why not? Heartfire Hero, sure. Man, that was supposed to be an untapped land. What do I want to get rid of here? Like, I'm going to pass. Because really, I don't want to get rid of anything, right? We want to just Sunfall and get rid of both of those. And going to 4 is fine. They don't really play haste creatures in that deck. They know, though, that we play stuff like Not on My Watch, but this is fine. Now we Sunfall. Get us a 2/2, get us a card. And we should be okay from here. No, we're not playing Atraxa in this deck. Okay. Think we're in pretty good shape now. Just play this straight up. Oh, thanks for tapping the way you want to, Arena. Couldn't leave me a white mana open, though. It's alright. Let's go attack. Can I just cast this? Yeah, I can. Alright, that should do it. Yep, GG's. Alright, cool. I mean, mono red's out there, but it's usually if you have like 2 removal cards in your opening hand, like the decks just die. Or like you let them go for the kill and then you gain like 3 life and then you take over. But I'm not even running into it all that much. I see it like maybe twice a day when I'm on the ladder. I see more black decks still than I do mono red. I see red-white artifacts, I mean enchantments. I see red-white like aggro with mice. I see all kinds of other stuff more than I see actual just mono red. This is interesting. Alright, guess I'll go get a forest? Alright. Though it's tempting... Yeah, I'll just go get a forest. Who am I kidding? And I'll just take a bunch of damage here. I'm probably going to take like 6 this next turn, but... 'Tis what it is. Nope. Just 2. Alright, I thought they might have played like Corpses of the Lost or something there. What are we looking to do? Probably just exiling this, actually. Don't think we need another one of those. Pass the turn. Because, like, if I play this next turn, then I can just leyline for 1, which is fine. Okay, and then we go to 16. Okay, so far, not terrible. Oh, I can't do... Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Oh, damn it. I played the wrong thing. I deserve to die here. I'm just playing so badly today. I needed to play the forest so I could actually do this and then leave up the ley line, but whatever. This isn't going to be terrible. This is a fine secondary plan. Like, even if they kill my creatures and attack us for a little bit, it's not really going to matter. There's the Corpses of the Lost. I knew it was there somewhere. Sure, I'll block. Oh, that's a cute card to include. Good to know. Well. Well, I guess we just go ahead and just Sunfall? I'm at 9. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what this looks like. I mean, I can actually just Leyline and not on my watch, which is also reasonable. And then they just tutor the next turn. Meh, I'm just going to do this now. I mean, there's a chance there's just, like, hasty skeletons here that make my life terrible, but whatever. Yep. Oh, but what's cute is now they can't use this one because they'll still have a skeleton with a suspect on it, which is funny. Okay, then. So now I have a ley line and a not on my watch. It's like, yeah. Now we can sort of take our time with stuff. Just watching my mana to make sure I can't get wrecked here. And then do this for 3. You know what? I'm going to pass. Just so I can make sure I can turn this 2/2 into a creature, and I can use not on my watch if I feel like I need to. For just such a reason. Alright, we'll activate this. They may have a kill spell, they may not. Go to block. Another pump spell thingy. Whatever this thing was, the whirling strike. Alright, so whirling strike's gonna make that a 6. Then I would take 4, and that would die. So I guess we just do this. So I go to 2. What's the play from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'd be able to double Leyline? Alright, sure. Let's see what happens. Oh, Kaya. Nice of you to join the party, friend. And then I get another blocker. Alright, sure. Seems good enough. Hey, Razzle, how's it going? Unless they're playing burn spells, which they're usually not in those decks, we should be mostly okay. Though I could have leylined both of those, really. And then the opponent couldn't do anything this turn, which probably would have been the smartest play, actually. Just don't let them tutor for anything. Yeah, I probably should have done that, because they would have been on one card and then have to get past both of our creatures. Yeah, I kind of goofed up there, actually. I should have leylined both of the cases. Because then they just have 2 Corpse of the Losses that they can't return to their hand. And a just dead 4/2 that can't punch past our creatures. But we'll see what happens. They might go be looking for like a removal spell here, get rid of the Overlord of the Mistmores. We block, they try to do something, we get rid of their creature. But we'll see. They have an Overlord with nothing to get back. And they found Undead Sprinter. Okay. I think what we do is we get rid of those. Nice. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's fine. And Undead Sprinter does have haste, so we have to keep that in mind. We have 33 cards left. I do have to keep track of that with 2 beanstalks here. Let's go attacking with at least one of these. Okay, get 2 cards. Go to 5.
You're not safe from me.
In the turn, we'll just discard some lands. Considering how badly I played these early turns, I'm not too upset right now. All the way back from when I didn't play the Green Overlord. Alright, well that works. Oh yeah, the Overlord decks are everywhere. Like, the Overlords are good enough cards, you're going to see them their entire life in Standard, I imagine. Out of your 164 games this season, you've seen 69. Yeah, I don't know how. Like, I don't see nearly that many red decks. I see way more black decks. I know they're out there, but I see way, way more black decks. Let's mulligan this. Not excited about it, but we'll keep it. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Okay, good news is we got 2 removal spells, which is really what you need in this particular fight. Downside is it means I'm not going to get to do any of my fun, beanstalk, whatever things, which makes me sad. Alright, rage up. You got it, friend. So yeah, we can't really get ahead is the problem at this very moment, because we have to play defensively here. Alright. 3 live cards left. Hopefully one is not Manifold Mouse. Alright, they're attacking. I mean, this is where you play a game of chicken, right? They're waiting for us to commit, blah, blah, blah. I'll do this. They'll play the thing that when it goes away, they get a 2-2 probably. Oh, they didn't have it. All right, cool. And they just have the fling guy? That'd be 6 damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a little bit of extra life, which is nice. Okay. So we kept some pain off of us for a turn. And found a land. That's good. Alright. So the odds are we should have at least one turn here before we have to worry about anything. Alright. Cacophony Scamp. Nope, we're going to supersize the Scamp right now. No! That's not what we wanted to see. Well, dang it. Alright, let's go ahead and go with this first. In case we find another removal spell we can cast. Nope. Don't really need that here. Alright, pass a turn. I'm gonna have to hope that 14 life is a high enough number. Alright, them only having 2 cards is good. But we're gonna get hit for probably at least 8 or so here. Alright, well that's not nearly as much. That's just 3. I'm good with that if they're good with it. They're thinking about flinging it. Alright, they're going to go for it. And I guess they're just figuring, put us down a little bit, go to 3. They play another creature. They get their 2-2. So, like, I see what they're doing. I mean, we're holding a Sunfall, so, you know, we're all good with that. Let's get rid of this and this. And we'll draw a card and gain some life. And a bonus removal spell. Love it. Oh, fantastic. And we got a ley line even if they find a haste creature. Couldn't have been any better. Yep. That's gonna do it. Let's go with this. Alright, that's cute. Guess we just go with this and attack. It's not the most aggressive thing, but hey, 2 damage is 2 damage. Let's do it. Yep. Bad top deck, that ley line. Man, so many lands that we don't need, but that's okay. Go attacking. In the turn. I mean, we're not at risk of anything here at 5 life and our hand being what it is. Yeah. We should be good to go. Alright, cool, cool. Shane was pretty powerful mythic creature that lets you cast instants from your graveyard. Oh. Oh no, this isn't Jond Overlords. I played a Mardu one yesterday, though. Watsy would rather ban the uncommon than a rare mythic. Actually, not really. Yeah, I agree. Divide by Zero was a crazy card. Now, this deck list won't be up for a couple of days till the video's up. Man, I don't think we could keep this. Like, if we were going first, maybe. On the draw, I don't think we can do it. Like, there's got to be some defense. Or else you won't even live to cast those cards. Alright, well, I guess we'll go Beanstalk and hope for something good to happen. Fable. Not the most exciting thing. Glissa. How do we feel about a Glissa? We pass. Gonna go fishing for a swamp here. I mean, I can't let it attack, obviously, and get rid of our beans or anything. Yep, you got me. What am I gonna get rid of? Probably a forest. What's funny is I haven't seen Hostile Investigator played in much stuff lately. Cool to see that it hadn't been completely forgotten. Wow, really? Okay, deck. I see how you are. Alright, I'm at 16. Aclozots. Hey, perfect. Just in time for the sunfall. An extra land. Would have liked for it to have been a black land, but you know. We'll take what we can get, I guess. Bleh. That sucks. Yep, that's a real problem. Alright, I mean, I guess we get to play either Breach or Kaya next turn, so. I mean, you probably have a removal spell since you haven't had one at this point, but you could just use Nissa to get rid of the Overlord, which is reasonable. Alright, Glissa's back. I guess we go with this first. That's all I have that I hit? Well, sure, I guess. Oh, they had a Liliana, though. I ain't mad at that. Alright, I guess we'll take the Liliana. Though, the Investigator is tempting.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
I guess I could also make them replay Nissa and make it just cost a lot.
Enough resistance!
Oh, interesting. They really want Liliana dead? So they really want the cards in their hand for some reason. Huh. That is good to know.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Okay. So we have 8 mana. Doesn't leave us a lot of choices. I guess the best thing we can do is just... Alright. I mean, the problem is if they get a land, they'll have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, they'll be 1 short. Okay. Oh, they had another one? Oh, jeez. Okay, sure. Alright, what are we looking to do here then? Man, using a Sunfall on a one token thing is kind of terrible. If I target Nissa with this, then they can just... I mean, I guess we do it anyway. I mean, if they get another land, they could just recast it anyway. I mean, whatever.
Your time's almost up.
I mean, I do just need 4 turns of Kaya action at this point, so maybe it's fine anyway. Oh, I guess I need more now. Well, okay, their land is tapped. Oh, yeah. Never mind. I thought they needed 1 more. They did not. Dang it. All right. Let's get rid of this and I don't know. This. Damn. I just want to draw something useful. Get rid of this and this, I guess. All right, that's something.
It's what you deserve.
I guess this is the best thing to do here. All right. You probably won't see me play anything with curse recording. Where's my, like, I needed one of my white overlords. That's what I needed during all this. I mean, you can kill my token. Interesting. So they didn't kill our token, which would have let them kill Kaya.
I'll only need 1 blade to beat you.
Alright, getting rid of that. Makes sense. Oh my gosh, really? Alright, well now I have to use the draw 2 ability.
me get a read on the situation.
We can't win. Like, we just literally drew dead for like 6 draws. Like, all right, we're dead. Like, we're not winning that. I gave ourselves every chance we could to draw something. We didn't draw anything there. Krobin, I disagree. I played decks with Viper and Ygra. I think Ygra is overrated. I think it's an interesting card and it's fun, but definitely overrated. Like, people use the term goated way too freely. I don't think anything can be goated that's only been out like a couple of months. We'll keep this. To be goated, you got to be around long enough to prove your worth and stand up against all-time greats. I think by the time we get to the end of Standard, hell, maybe even in just a few months, we'll see that the Overlords are goated. I think that's a real statement. And there's a bat. Take your pick on what you want to get, friend. He took the Sunfall. That works for me. So now we have Leyline available. I mean, they could also have another bat, but then that means the bats are probably never attacking, which isn't the worst thing. The one time the bat could attack, though, while we were tapped out, they chose not to. All right. I don't need to do anything if you're not doing anything. Shieldred? Yeah, I would say Shieldred's in the GOAT category. One of the best 4-mana black creatures probably ever. I don't think that's arguable. Alright, so the opponent obviously is either holding really expensive spells, 5+, or a bunch of removal at this point. I guess we'll go here. Come on, White Overlord. Hey, I summoned it to the top. I love when that happens. All right. I mean, Cut Down has a target now, but oh well. I'm sure their hard removal they want to save for Overlords. Is Mono Red still dominating Standard? I don't think Mono Red's dominating Standard. I don't think it has been. It's around, but I wouldn't call it dominant. Shieldred, sure. I mean, do I just get rid of Shieldred with Soul Partition here? Or do... Yeah, it's probably fine. Whatever. Because, I mean, obviously, they're going to spend whatever removal they have. Does it matter if I attack here or not? I mean, you give me back the Sunfall. Sure. I mean, I assume they're going to use their removal to kill the Overlord. So then they're not going to play Shieldred this turn, unless they have a second Shieldred. Yep, exactly. I would expect nothing less. Yeah, you got your little 1/1, friend. Just attacking. End the turn. Deep Cavern Bats. Hmm. If I leyline, I force their hand, but they're gonna take the leyline anyway. So I might as well not take extra damage this turn. They wouldn't attack anyway, I guess, with that. But whatever. I mean, you're just back to taking Sunfall, I imagine. Yep. Alright. Get a poison. Oh, I get... okay. I don't know what they were trying to do, but sure. Come on, deck. I just want something good. That qualifies. Yeah, I'm just going to play it straight up. They have to deal with both overlords or whatever here, so that's fine. And then in step, we get the other overlord. I'm going to not attack just in case. I mean, if you have 2 kill spells, then you just have 2 kill spells, whatever. Alright, she gone. Could just be where they replay Shieldred, and I'm going to definitely take damage drawing cards. Cease and desist is totally fine in here. Because we mostly just want the cease half. For reanimator decks and such at instant speed. Okay. Sure. I'll take the damage. Nice. And then we'll go ahead and do this, which gives us another card. Oh, and a ley line for the Shieldred that'll show up. Excellent. End the turn. You got it. I think it's okay to take that too. It's totally worth it. Activate this bad boy. Don't need another Not on My Watch right now. I'm going to go ahead and do this now in case I find something good. Oh, well, that's really good, actually. Can't cast it yet. I gotta wait till next turn because I'm 1 short. 2, 4, 6. No, wait. 2, 4. Can I not cast it? I can cast it. I have 7. Yep, that'll do it. No, I don't want flanker. I generally do think this deck wants the cease and desist. Like you're getting to remove the cards, and you're getting to draw a card, and you're getting to gain the life for the same 2 mana. Like you don't have to pick and choose. Like multiple matchups, even against mono red, getting that extra 2 life is actually pretty good for just 2 mana in the early goings. I get what you're saying. I do, because I'm a big fan of Frillback. I was promoting Frillback before anybody was. But for this build, I think it's totally fine to play cease and desist. Alright. let's take a look at this deck, though, overall. All right. Taking a look at it overall, see what Squig did with this thing. Honestly, it kind of did what you wanted it to do. Truthfully. I mean, I'm kind of looking and going like, how much would I change? But not a lot. And I don't think there's a lot of wiggle room, I think is the other thing. Right? You have your beanstalk, kind of gets fueled by everything else. The one breach was fine. You draw enough cards that you don't really want more than one. And if you do get one, it's like, all right, cool. You know, right? That's usually going to end it whenever you cast it. So that's fine. The soul partitions and Not on My Watch are great. Obviously against the mono red decks, you don't take the extra damage when the creatures die. You can also respond with the soul partition if they try to fling something, which is pretty good. But overall, it was pretty solid. Pretty solid. I wouldn't say that there's too much black in the mana base because all of these produce green or white. There's only one swamp. Everything else gets you green or white anyway, which you need for all other spells. And you want to make sure you have double black for Kaya more than anything else, because Kaya is actually important. But I wouldn't switch too many of the other lands. I think it's fine. Between Fable and the Overlord of the Hauntwoods, we rarely ever had mana issues. We were able to do everything we needed to do when we needed to do it. And that's all that really matters. Could you cut some and change something else? Like, you could. I wouldn't really worry about it that much, though. Yeah, I think this is one that mostly just gets to stay as it is. I mean, good job, Squig. Like, it was a pretty cool list. And you're kind of getting to play the benefits of Domain without playing the boring, drawn-out Domain deck games, right? Like, you just go into Overlords and whatever and get the job done, or you stick a Breach. Or if everything's clear, then you just play Kaya and just, like, end the game in a couple turns. So, yeah, good stuff overall. But you got 4 Not on My Watch, 4 Soul Partition, 4 Up the Beanstalk, 3 Cease and Desist, 4 Sunfall, 4 Overlord of the Hauntwoods, 4 Leyline Binding, 3 Overlord of the Mistmoors, 1 Breach the Multiverse, 3 Kaya, and Tangible Slayer. Lands, we have 4 Plains of Swamp, 5 Forest, 1 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Shadowy Backstreet, 1 Blooming Marsh, 3 Underground Mortuary, 4 Hushwood Verge, and 3 Fable Passage. But yeah, this was actually pretty sweet. I think if you're into this or you've been looking for a spot to play Kaya in or whatever, this could be a list for you. But overall, I dig it. But like always, there's a bunch of videos because there's a bunch of stuff in Standard. You should check out something else because whatever you're looking for, there is something out there to be played in Standard. That much I promise you. Probably the best Standard's been in a long time. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time. Alright, that one's done. Says you couldn't be trusted with this list. You'd be too tempted to run the 5 mana invasion. Yeah, that's the thing though, right? Like, you can. Like, there's a bunch of ways you can build each deck right now. Truly. So I think even if we find a good version of something, no single one is the way to do it right now, I don't think. I think there's a lot of quality decks. Also, hello, Lady Kilaila. How's it going? Oh, I didn't see that earlier from Shane saying I'm surprised there wasn't a multicolor Overlord. Yeah, I don't know. I think Wizards was taking a chance on the Overlords to begin with. Like, knowing they're going to be strong, but not be too strong. So, like, you probably didn't want to make a multicolored one and just... because it would have to be stronger, because it would have to do 2 things of different colors. So I think they would have been pushing it a little bit. The Orzhov one, by the way, not the mono green one. Oh, yeah, the 5 mana one. How's the Simic artifact deck going? Is it like Ashley's? I don't know what anybody's deck is unless I randomly come across it in research. So I couldn't even tell you if it's somebody else's deck. Most of the decks I have, until you see them in a video, you probably haven't seen them tested. Because I'll test them, and if they don't even do anything, they just get booted before they even get started. Like, literally, I've spent days on decks that y'all will never see because they're just trash. But yeah, people have asked me before, like, oh, this is like so-and-so's deck, or this is like this thing. I was like, oh, so many people, like, we're playing Standard. There's only so many sets available to build from. we're oftentimes going to have decks that are similar. But, I mean, with all the creators out there, like, occasionally I'll see something from somebody else, but not as many as you would think. Same way that, like, I don't expect most of them have seen most of my stuff, right? So if they make a deck that's similar, like, cool, thumbs up to them. I think the thing in Magic we get hung up on sometimes is trying to be the first to have a thing or the one to get credit for a thing. And ultimately, oftentimes, unless you are the one who plays it in some big tournament that has eyeballs on it or whatever, or like, I don't know, maybe you have video that just pops off so everybody knows you were the first big name to play it or whatever, it's kind of hard to stake claim to stuff a lot of the times. Waiting for someone to come up with the reliable Morph Manifest Cloak deck. We played a Manifest deck that was decent. We played, like, on the channel. You can go back from the first week. We played red, blue, green version. That was pretty good. I've seen some blue-green ones that are floating around. Like, there's several that are playable. Mostly because of Oculus just being an absurd card. But, yeah, it's totally doable. But, yeah. Let's take a look at some. Okay, here's a thing I was kind of contemplating today. Like, everybody wants to play the versions of these decks with Delny, but I was wondering, is Warleader's Call just better than Delny in the meta right now, right? You get bigger creatures, you get to deal, especially against like the mono red token control stuff, being able to just like ping for damage as stuff comes into play instead of having to like attack with stuff feels better. Like, I don't know if it's true, but I thought it was at least worth having that conversation of like, are the Warleader's Call builds better than the Delny builds? And I don't know, but I at least wanted to talk about it and give it a shot because I feel like could be is the answer. Don't know if it's true, but I think it could be. And don't get me wrong, I get what people want to do with Delny, and it makes a lot of sense because Delny's a sweet card and you get to double up your effects. That's awesome. And we played one a few days ago. But I started thinking about, like, well, what if our tokens were just bigger? Or what if we were doing extra damage? Like, now every creature is somewhat of a threat, even if you never get to attack with it, with all the decks playing sweepers and everything else, right? So it's a thought, so we're going to give that a go. So, Warleader's Call time. Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different and take a look at Warleader's Call again. Mostly because the decks seem to have gotten away from playing this, and I want to find out why. Because a lot of decks in this style have turned to playing Delny, and we've sort of gotten away entirely from Boros tokens. So, does that mean Warleader's Call doesn't have a home in Standard anymore? I don't know if that's true, so we're going to find out today. Starting with Veteran Survivor. Now, not the greatest card, but I did want a 1-mana thing in this deck, and this works because it can remove stuff from the graveyard while your opponent's trying to set up any type of Reanimator stuff. Of course, we got to have some early removal, so we took the Flex removal and Get Lost. And we have Resolute Reinforcements, which might be underpowered now with everything else going on, but with us having ways to pump them and getting triggers from the Warleader's Call, then, like, maybe this is worth it. Inti obviously can help us dig and can pump our stuff. Baird is an interesting one. I added this mostly because if we're playing Inti, we could pump something and Baird gets us another token. And then Baird plus Warleader's Call also can get us another token, which does another damage. And there's some other things in the deck that could also lead to you getting more tokens. Lightning Helix, obviously another removal that can go upstairs. Sanguine Evangelist. This also, the +1 lasts until end of turn from Battle Cry, so you can still get that bonus from Baird, so it works there. Animpa Call obviously gets counters, which also works with Baird. The extra tokens also work with Warleader's Call. And in case you forgot what Warleader's Call is, all your creatures get +1/+1, and whenever you have a creature enter the battlefield, you deal 1 point of damage for that creature. And then we have Overlord of the Mistmores, because why not? You get some flyers that could potentially be 3/2s, which would be pretty good. And Dollmaker Shop / Porcelain Gallery, which obviously is really good with Warleader's Call. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. This is going to be one of those things that Maybe the other version we played with Delny was the way to go, and that's the best solution, but I'm at least going to give this a go and see if we can challenge some stuff in the metagame. But, like always, if you do like this and you already have all the parts and you want to play it, well, there'll be a link in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield. They're a channel sponsor. You'll be able to download it, all that good stuff. Whew. All right, let's go see if Warleader's Call is still up for snuff and has a home in Standard or not. Warleader's Call might be kind of slow for meta. I don't think that it is. Like, you can't say it's too slow for the meta if we're walking around casting a bunch of stuff that costs 3, 4, and 5 mana. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, we were just playing a deck where we were casting 7 cost things on the regular. You know what? When our opponents have names like that, I always am afraid to pronounce it because I feel like it might be a foul language word or something I don't know about. Yeah, let's mulligan this. Let's keep this and scrap this. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Pretty sure Dogwalker has never made a cut in a single deck that I've played. Which is weird, because part of me has been like, oh, Dogwalker's probably a thing we could play, and then ultimately not. Yeah, we didn't even go first in this one, so we don't even have a chance. All right. I'm just going to give the opponent the GGs. This is a matchup that we were just talking about we hadn't seen in forever, and of course we run into it first, and that's going to beat this deck, so no need to even play that. If we'd had, like, Lightning Helixes and stuff in hand, then maybe. Opponent got that one. We don't even need to sit through it. No, the matchmaking is totally fine on the ladder. There's no algorithm here except for whenever you're playing in the play queue. We will keep this. This is reasonable. This is exactly the hand where we want to find a Warleader's Call. Okay. Let's... If I attack, will they trade? Probably not. But I wouldn't be mad if they do against that deck. End the turn. Play something else small. I would appreciate it. Okay, that does not pump Valley Might Caller. Was not expecting to see a role model here, actually. Which now makes me wonder what this deck is trying to do. And they didn't attack. Alright. I currently have no idea what's happening. So, here we go. Now something wild's going to happen, right? They're going to play, like, the 3 rabbits. I knew it. How did I know, like, that was going to be the thing? Like, it's so funny. Like, sometimes you just know things, man. I swear. I'll attack with one of these. They're not going to block. I'd be nice if they did, but I don't think they will. Oh, yeah, that's fine if those are blocking. Sure. I'm good with that. End the turn. Probably another hop to it. So was that in here just to move counters from the Might Caller when it dies? All right. Yeah, I generally have no idea what's going on right now. Ooh, a doll maker shop. I don't hate that. Play this. We know doll maker shop's on top. We attack. Sure. In the turn. This Might Caller came down on 1 and has not attacked or blocked. It will now, obviously, but... Alright. I mean, you have to attack sooner or later, opponent. Like, what's the point of it just sitting there? Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. Then we go Doll Maker Shop. Play this. Attack. Make another Deuter. And then we can unlock the shop next turn. Or the gallery, I should say. Oh, they had another get lost. Dang it. Boo. Yeah, we'll just take it. That sucked. Alright, we'll sack one of these and draw a card. Okay, that's not bad. Nor is that. So we just need to be able to block with enough stuff to not die next turn, right? Sure. Alright, let's see if we're dead. Okay, Quest Caller does pump the Might Caller. Beauregard also pumps that. But that doesn't get us dead, necessarily. If we block, like this. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do. Boo! Where's our get loss? Yeah, I think we're just dead. Cause like, what's the actually? Hold on. If we draw a card, that's not gonna do it. All right. Needed to draw more removal, and we failed. Yeah, we're dead anyway. All right. The difference is Broker's Ascendancy doesn't have an immediate impact, whereas Warleader's Call does actually have an immediate impact. And Broker's Ascendancy, if you're talking about the Bant one, that actually was playable. Like, we built a couple of decks with it. Ooh, damage lands. Not great, but we're going to keep it anyway. See what we can do with this. Okay, some non-damage lands. That's nice. Alright, so I'm going to assume this is some version of the mono-white things. So I think... Like, I think the plan should be play Warleader's Call, assuming it'll die to, like, get lost or something. And then, if we get an untapped land, we could play Dollmaker Shop and kill their, like, Caretaker's Talent or whatever. Assuming that's what they have. Oh, Destroy Evil. Fair enough. Alright. Oh, it was Enduring Innocence. It was not that. Alright, plan still mostly holds here, so let's just kill that. They'll get their cards later. Alright. Skrelv's Hive. That will make dudes, as will that. Ooh. Well, I thought I knew what I was going to do this turn. Oh boy. I think, though, I'm going to do this. Just no extra cards for them. And the turn. Like, those don't block anyway, so it's whatever. And there's probably a Sunfall lurking somewhere. Nope, just to lay down arms. Fair enough. Caretaker's Talent. Makes sense. Okay. Alright, a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. Alright, here's hoping they don't Sunfall. If they do, that's ball game. Because our hands... maybe not. Maybe not. We do have a creature land to attack with. And we get an extra token. So it's not over yet. Well, it's no Sunfall, so that's good news. And if we can get an untapped land, we get to unlock the gallery. We did not, though, so that's unfortunate. Alright. Do what we can do here. Go to attack. Put the token on the land, since it's likely to survive some removal down the road. Alright, fair enough. I gambled on putting the counter somewhere else, because if they had removal, they might not kill something, but looks like they had double removal in hand anyway. Yep. No, if we can nick them down enough, they'll just die to their own Skrelv's Hive, right? Like, that's the other option. Sure, I guess I'll take one. Alright, let's try. Resolute reinforcements. Dang it. Alright, well, we're still attacking. Alright, they go to 2. I mean, they've drawn a bajillion cards. You've already drawn cards for the turn, so there's no more cards there. And those things don't block. Alright, I guess we got there. Not that it really matters here. Alright, cool. Wasn't sure we were going to get that one. I think the problem was I was playing around cards that didn't exist in that particular version. Like, they were obviously playing the token-heavy version, going a different route. You are welcome for the extra streams, Cam. Glad that you're enjoying hanging out. Okay, let's see what we got with this. Ooh, this is tough because we have none of our removal cards in hand. This is really bad. This is beyond really. This is like disastrous levels of bad. I mean, the only good news here is that we get to double block this. We still take 4, but it's at least gone. I would love to draw like a lightning helix here. That is definitely not a lightning helix. All right. Scamps. Man, all I need against mono red is 1 or 2 removal cards. That's what makes this so sad. All right. Well, at least we get to kill a Swift Spear. Oh no! I mean, I guess I'll attack. Alright. Not drawing land was bad too, because at least if we could have done like Overlord of the Mistmoors, that would have helped. We're in kind of rough shape here. Like everything we needed to do, we failed at. Yep, Rage makes sense. I mean, obviously these are going to get pumped up, but like, oh, they didn't get pumped up. I thought it was going to be worse than that. Okay. Well, untapped. Let's get a Plains and just make... Oh, well, they're going to fling that at us. All right, cool. They got us. Yeah, we didn't get any removals, so we're not going to win those matchups. But this is exactly what I'm saying, where people say, like, oh, mono red's so dominant and unbeatable. Like, literally, I just drew no removal. Like, if I get even 1 removal there, we probably turn this game around and win. Right? That's kind of how simple it is sometimes. That's why I tell people, like, don't get me wrong, the deck's still good, but it's nowhere near as dominant. And, you know, you've seen my videos. Like, we beat it all the time, but still. That was my fault for just keeping a hand with no defense. Was devoted to getting there with Azorius Enchantments. That's a pretty fun deck, too. Sure, we'll keep this. No, not all. There's always been decks that you die on turn 3 or whatever. Like, Red's been able to do that. Mono Green used to have some stuff like that. Boros has had some weird draws that, even if they didn't kill you on 3, the game was basically over if you didn't have a removal. Why did I keep this hand, by the way? Like, I think I was talking to y'all and not paying attention. Okay, well that helps. Makes this hand a lot better. Okay, you got it. Oh, I definitely want something to kill that thing. Doesn't look like I'm going to get my wish, though. So now I'm trying to think about how can I get the most damage on a retaliatory attack. And knowing that they have Sheltered by Ghost. I think I want to do this. And then if they Sheltered by Ghost, they'll just get rid of the Evangelist. which is better than them getting rid of Animpakal. Alright, so we kind of got what we predicted there. Yeah, I'll block and trade. That's fine. At least I can block this later. The Heartfire Hero can become a real problem on its own. Alright. In case they have another Sheltered by Ghost, I want to do this first. Because then they might get rid of the Porcelain, or the Dollmaker shop. If they don't, then I think we have free reign to Animpakal. But we'll see. Ethereal Armor. Alright, well, you're going to gain a bunch of life. I mean, the good news, bad news is we'll be able to chump block for virtually ever. But they're also getting a bunch of life every time we do it. Okay, Challenger. Yeah, I'll block Challenger. I'll just take that first hit, actually. That didn't completely help, but if we can stay alive, we can unlock the Porcelain Gallery next turn. Come on, don't... they had the other one, didn't they? Gosh dang it. I was hoping they didn't have it. They highlighted... Oh, maybe they're deciding what to get rid of. They're getting rid of one or the other here. Yeah. You gotta get rid of the gallery, though, I think. No, they're going after Animpakal. Wow. Okay. Sure. I mean, it's big. That is also nice. I'm going to leave 2 creatures back, though. Just in case. So we can't die to some silly situation. Yep. Yep. We'll block one and we'll block the other one. Sounds good. Oh, fantastic. That'll work. I need 4 mana, though, right? Oh my gosh, you have so many things on here. Yeah, Sheltered by Ghost is Ward 2. Oh, there's 2 Sheltered by Ghost, though. Gosh dang it. Can't do what I wanted to anyway. Alright. Same plan, just leave 2 things back here. So I can kill it for 6 if I want to when the time comes. But now they're at 10, they go to 22, and now we're threatening lethal. Even with them gaining like 50 life this turn, or this game. No, them drawing hexproof on the draw doesn't matter. Because if they stay back to block, we're fine. We'll just keep attacking and they'll keep blocking. We're not worried about that. The big deal is just making sure they can't punch through. And they don't have a way to just top deck 1 card and punch through to get us. Yep. Don't even care about that. It's more life, which is annoying, but whatever. Same thing. So they go to 25, and they're just dead now, right? We kill that. We make a token. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 30. Yeah. Yep, and we get a little bit of extra from turning this into a thing. Go to attack. Sure. GG's. That's a good solid win. Most of your standard DSK is from video, but opponent's decks seem kind of extra. I don't know what that means. I need some clarification. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm okay with the deck being glass cannon, right? If it dies you having sometimes even just one removal, then like, alright, then it just dies. If they get me, cool. But I do think the argument that some of the current mono reds just have a bunch of non-games because you kill a couple of things and then they don't do anything the rest of the game, or they get their nut draw and you don't get a removal and then the game's just over. Like, that's the real argument of just having non-games more than anything else. Well, I don't know, but like, I get what you're saying, Cam, but do you want the decks to just not do anything? like there's some that gain life, there's some that attack you fast, there's some that are going to play the long game with the sweepers, there's some that are going to play planeswalkers, you know? I'm going to keep it. I mean, if we just don't draw a third land, then whatever. These are times where you just look and say, you know you're risking it for the biscuit, and if you don't get there, ah well. Oh, wish I would have had you turn 1, though. Well, I was hoping there's a chance they might play a tap land there for us, but no luck. Alright, so obviously they have a removal card. So it means we can't really play Sanguine Evangelist here. I mean, like, we could, but we can't. You know what I'm saying. Because we have to play Sanguine Evangelist. Can't play Anim Pakal. I mean, like, Evangelist dies, we still end up with 2 bats anyway, and that's fine. And then maybe we can get away with Anim Pakal next turn. Yep, so they did have it. But they didn't want to kill our Evangelist with it. There's a carrot cake. That works for me. Alright. I'm just going to go here, I think. Because I don't know if I want to give up the Evangelist. Yeah, I do. I'll give up the Evangelist to a carrot cake token. To a rabbit. Because it just turned into a bat. And the bat can't be blocked anyway, so that's fine. And now, even if the opponent gets like a Caretaker's Talent or whatever, they have to choose on playing that or kill Anim Pakal here. Which, if we were to get lucky, we could put 3 counters on Anim Pakal next turn. So it would be a 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we'd be 1 short of killing them? That's sick. Well, not really, because then we have Lightning Helix. Lockdown. Alright. So, that plan's out the window. We're down to just Anim Pakal anyway. Ooh. Ooh. Or we go Baird and get another thing? Nah, we go here. Mostly because if things go a specific way, we could 2 spells. I guess we could 2 spell anyway with their Survivor, but opponent being at 9, I feel pretty good here. Because almost no matter what they kill, we have Lightning Strikes to finish them off. Yeah, Shelter by Ghost is a hell of a card. Alright, something for Anim Pakal here too? Nope, they just have a little bitty laydown arm. Yeah, that's game. Yep. All right. Well, that was fairly easy. Playing enchantments to mythic, I'd be on the play. Turn play when optimistic scavenger. They drop one. I untap sheltered by ghosts. I mean, but again, if you know that's going to happen, then you got to try to play around it. What do I think of WotC lessening the number of planeswalkers? I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, if the planeswalkers are fun and interesting cards, keep making them. But my guess is they've probably just reduced it because it's less strain on R&D because you don't have to keep coming up with crazy fun designs. Because, I mean, you're putting 3 abilities on a planeswalker pretty much always, if not more. So it gets kind of hard to go like, what does this green planeswalker look like? You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, let's keep it. Any third land that's untapped does its job here, so let's see what happens. Sure. Alright, well, now we're down to need to draw removal, which we do not have, unfortunately. All right, you got some stuff. All right, well, I mean, we're still taking 2. 3, actually, right? Yeah. No, and we didn't get what we needed. So sad. Needed an untapped red source. We didn't get one, and now we might be in a lot of trouble. I mean, this will buy us some amount of time, but I don't think it's enough time. I mean, I guess we go for it. If they already have what they need in hand, we're dead anyway, so can't really worry about it too much. Definitely needed some red mana. I kept a hand that had none, taking a risk, and now I'm going to get punished for it. But again, this is one where, like, I knew the risk, and I'm losing because I took that risk. You know what I mean? Can't blame anybody but myself. Yep. You got it. And then just fling it. That's all you got to do. Yeah. I'm going to assume they already had it. But again, there's an example of just like, if I have a red land, then that's not even a match. And that's just bad luck, because I have 8 removal spells and didn't draw any. I could have also drawn like a Get Lost. Okay. Blue-white land here early. Okay. Let's see how this ends up. Oh, so we're doing that. Okay. That's actually a reasonable matchup. I think we can have some semblance of a shot in. Alright. You want to do anything to this? Get your first counter off. Love it. Then they'll return this to our hand. Yep. I expect nothing less. And then we'll go here. Oh, they don't have counters anymore. Well, we found out some interesting information. Or at least they don't have creature counters. Important difference there. Really? I'm almost tempted to just hold both dollmaker shops. Alright, I'm just going to decline. And then we'll get to remove some spells from their yard. So those haughty gens ain't any bigger. Oh, you know what? I bet you they have negates in hand. That's probably why. Because I was like, how do you have so many cards and no counters or whatever? Or bounce spells? But it's probably negates. Sure. Iculus and Haughty Gen. Sounds like a plan. Okay. What do we want to do here? That comes in tapped. We do this, we get a flyer, which could be important, because that's 9 already up top. But we potentially remove a card from the graveyard as well. I think I'm going to play a Dollmaker Shop. Because there's always a chance we get a untapped land next turn. We're going to attack. I'm going to stack them probably like this. No, I want this first. And get rid of this one. So I can put a counter on you. Alright. Man, that's a lot of damage. And they're not doing anything with that. So they want to turn that face up. And they're taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, it's so tempting just to shoot them for 3. I'm not going to, but it's very tempting. Oh, I should have got rid of the Haughty Gen, actually. Gosh dang it. Alright, I guess I'm gonna kill this. I don't see a real way we just die next turn. Because they have to be able to, like, bounce something and block all these 1/1s. And need us to not draw an untapped land. So, like, Alright, well, that works. Here comes 82 billion damage. Alright, cool, that works. There's only like 1 or 2 fountain ports. Like, we actually need colored mana quite a bit. You'll love attacking for 1 million? Yeah, that was going to be like 100 damage, actually. Because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus, you're about to make a pile from... Oh, we're going to attack for way more than that. We're going to attack for like 200, 300 damage. Because we still didn't get all the tokens from Animpakal yet. Okay, let's keep it. Let's see what we can do with this. Ooh, nice. Let's attack. Feel free to kill our dude. Ooh, are you playing Resolute Reinforcements too? Oh no, you're playing a Virtue. Yeah, that's fine. We could live with that. In the turn. And this is probably Caretaker's talent. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and get in where we can. Killing that makes sense. They didn't have another token maker though, which is nice. We'll attack. Play this duder. They only have one white source, so unless they draw another white here, they can't Sunfall. Oh, so you're doing heavy tokens yourself. Alright. So you're not playing Sunfall most likely. Ooh, okay. Wasn't expecting to draw it, but that's great. Love it. Gonna do this anyway, just in case. No, that works. Don't know if we particularly need that right now. Obviously, they get a card here. Oh, now they have an Overlord. All right. This is about to get tough. No, did not want to land there. Dang it. That is the worst possible scenario. I mean, I could make them waste 2 things to kill it. Ah, that's tough. I mean, I could draw a card, play this, but I don't think that's even where we want to be. Alright. I guess I should have just attacked, honestly. With the token as the other token, but... 'tis fine. Alright. Virtue. Now I have to decide... it's probably still worth it. Excellent. Stop during their second main. Since they didn't make a token that turn. We gave them a token, obviously. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and draw. Close. Close. Alright, opponent's at 9. What do we get here? I mean, I assume our Overlord's dead, right? Oh, but we'll get to draw a card. Alright. Ooh. Okay. I am not mad at these proceedings. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the opponent to 6. I don't think Anapakal gets to live, but we're sure as hell gonna try. Virtue? Sure. That's fine. All right. I mean, we could also just find another lightning helix, and that would do it too. All right, you got it. There's a sunfall now, so that's something to be aware of. Four, five, six, seven. Dang it! We're just short again. Man, this is tough, knowing that there's a sunfall on top, too. I guess this is the plan. Try to find something that's not a land. Okay. Helix on top. No attacks. So here's an interesting thing. If they sunfall, they don't get the life from their Enduring Innocence.
We can save everyone.
So when that attacks... Oh, no! I forgot they're going to give it flying. Crap. I messed up. I should have shot it in response. I was thinking it was just going to have the counters, but... Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I goofed up. I had an opportunity, I blew it. I say that. Let's say we take 10, 16, so that resolves. Yeah, I messed up. I definitely could have won this one. That's on me. Yeah, I could have sacked that too to draw. But yeah, I messed this one up. For sure. Damn. Alright, well, that's my own fault. I think I just got focused on the sunfall, but that's a case where, like, I screwed that game up. If I'd have killed that in response, then they don't gain enough life, and they can't sunfall, then I could just attack them, flip the thing, and that would have been it. Dang it. My own fault, though. I can't blame that on anybody else. That's all me. This is the just dudes do nothing hand, but sure. Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good. Drawing a land there is terrible here. Yep, double Hearthfire hero. You got it. Pass the turn. It gets a first strike or something? Oh, Dark Creature can't block this turn. Sure. And then I'll just split blocks here. And if they want to raid something, they raid something. It's fine. Got to make them expend those cards one way or another. Oh, that's all that was? That actually isn't nearly as bad as that could have been. Let's go here. Pass the turn. Like, what else we got? We're just gonna juice one of those up. Sure. And what? Demonic Ruckus. Okay. I mean, they have something else here, so we know our blocks are going to be kind of weak. So I guess we just do this. Is that all we're doing? Let me think about that for a second. Problem is, if there's anything... it would have to be another one of these, though. Alright, I guess I'm just giving up 3 creatures. That's fine. I mean, we're still taking 8 damage, so... it's rough either way. Worse if this gets trample. But it will also mean that we have exhausted their hand, which is important. And they did not want to do that, so that's important to know. Man, come on, I need something else. I need something else. Help me out. I mean, there's really nothing we can do here. We just attack. We're not going to get to block next turn because of the Demonic Ruckus, so... that was tough. We just drew way too many lands. And none of our bigger cards. I mean, now we're dead anyway, because we can't even draw like a... what you called? I guess if we just end up blocking this for a while, but that's not going to do it. Yeah, we're just dead. This is another case where, you know, didn't draw removal, kind of got what we had coming. You can make that 7, 8, 9. I can gain, go to 8. Alright, well, this is kind of all we can do. We drew kind of a whole lot of nothing this game. Yeah, I don't know what the opponent's pausing for, but we're just going to let him have this one. Keeping 4 land hand equals arena size line on top. I don't think that's arena thing. It's just a magic thing. But that's my punishment. I kept a hand with no business cards. I was relying on the deck to do the work, and it didn't. Alright. What is that? Oh, it's the Valgavoth land with hexproof. Sure. It's an enchantment, though, which is probably means we have a bunch of enchantment things coming behind it. Yep, and there's one now. I am willing to attack and trade if they would be so kind. They were not interested. So I guess I'll use this opportunity to just kill that. Okay, what do we got going on? Don't tell me kept hand just based around Scavenger and nothing else. I guess so. All right. We'll take what we can get then, I guess. Oh, they needed blue. Exactly. I was like, that was the issue. They needed blue mana. Sheltered by Ghost. You got it. I get a bonus bat. All right. Enduring Innocence makes sense. May you just have a land on top. Ooh, and a Fountain Port. Okay. Things are kind of coming together here. That's when a creature comes in that we get to draw a card. I think I'm just going to attack with these for a second. And just see what they're up to. Lots of followers today. Thank you. Another Enduring Innocence. So a card and more life we got to worry about. And a Spellbook Vendor. Okay. You know what? Sure. Well, that's no good for us. Dang it. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. Just so you got to give up both creatures if you want to do a thing. Alright. Opponent goes to 1. They can gain 4, though. But they're playing a little bit of a dangerous game here with us having flyers. Alright. So they can gain 6. 7, actually, if they want to. Nope, they put it in the yard. Gremlin Tamer, sure, get you a couple of cards. But now you're priced into having to attack here, right? Now that puts another counter on a thing, so you can gain 8 actually if they want to. Yeah, that's real. And you got a thing on top. Nope, they're only going to go for 7 to go to 8 life. What is that last card in their hand? Alright, I guess I do what we gotta do. I mean, I guess it's something that bounces a thing, maybe? What does that do? Okay, that makes a blocker, but we're... I'm so confused. Yeah. And we just put a counter on a bat? Still 1 short, I guess. Alright. Sure. Yep, so we can't win from here, right? And then they've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, they got it. So they needed the extra token to have the other blocker. Good job, opponent. I mean, you can just attack. Could I make a fish? Yes, I could make a fish. Actually, to make the fish, you have to have 3. I only have 3 total. So I need another one. It was close, though. But the one thing I can say about the deck is I threw 2 games away with this one. So I can't blame it on the deck. It's totally been a me thing. Okay, we will try to make the most of this. As much as I like having 3 lands already, I would like to draw a different untapped land for next turn. Well, I mean, I guess we could dig for one with Inti as well. If I really want to gamble. Oh, well, now I don't have to gamble as much. Alright. I probably won't. We'll decline. But I will get rid of that Atraxa. No easy reanimation for you, friend. Yeah, if they don't have a way to deal with Veteran Survivor, they can't let anything sit in the graveyard. Sure, that works for me. Get rid of that. And I think I'm just going to end the turn. During their end step, I think I'll just make 2 bodies. And then I'll just play Warleader's Call. Just have more damage. Though, does that mean they have like a counter or something? Alright, let's find out. Oh, just lay 9 binding. Okay, sure. That's fine. I'm assuming there's going to be a temporary lockdown here. Oh, it was not. Okay, that's not the worst thing. Let's go here then. In anticipation of a future lockdown. Now we're just kind of slowly trying to truck along here and do what we can do. Oh man, another Overlord? That's tough. That's tough. Okay, what are our options here? We attack with everything. That gets blocked. Alright. I guess we go for it. I mean, the other option is we could use these, but we don't have a good way to make something unblockable. Yeah, alright. I think I'm just going to discard this. We know they want to block here, so we'll just do that anyway. So they still take the trample damage. And then end the turn. Herd migration, so they go to 7. Temporary lockdown, still a nuisance. Alright, try this. Oh, well that's nifty. Alright. Let's put a counter on this. Also not terrible. Put a counter on this. Yep, alright, cool. One of the things that's interesting is you hear a lot about like domain control or whatever, but I realize we've not lost to it that much, even with weird decks we've been playing. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's good against like the stock meta decks, but not so much against other stuff. Just thought that was kind of an interesting observation. Okay, let's take a look at this thing and wrap this up. All right, so is Warleader's Call version, and I should be clear, like the version with Warleader's Call, better than the versions with Delny, right? Because the difference is when you play Warleader's Call, you can't play Delny because Delny makes your stuff too big. But it also means you can't play stuff like NT and whatnot because if your creatures are too big, then they don't trigger, whatever. But overall, I mean, considering that I threw away 2 games that were totally winnable, like I screwed up on 2 games, so I'm not holding that against the deck. I think it's about even in a weird way. I just think that there's things that each one is good at versus the other ones. But this version does give you like resolute reinforcements you can play at flash during your opponent's instep, so that's kind of cool. You do get some chip damage from the Warleader's Call, you know, pumping your team, getting extra tokens from things like Baird or whatever. Like, so there's stuff there that is still useful. So like I said, I can't really say one over the other. I think this is totally playable though. And we were able to beat several decks with this. The times we lost, I generally kept either bad hands or I just screwed up the games. So it's possible the deck could be even better than it looked like and how it performed overall. But I'll leave that for y'all to decide. I'm just kind of giving a different option of deck if you like it and want to try it. But the list we're going to post up is 4 Veteran Survivor, 4 Get Lost, 4 Resolute Reinforcement, 3 NT, 2 Baird, 4 Lightning Helix, 4 Sanguine Evangelist, 4 Animpa Call, 3 Warleader's Call, 2 Overlord of the Mistmores, 3 Dollmaker Shop, 6 Plains, 5 Mountains, 4 Battlefield Forge, 4 Inspiring Vantage, 3 Restless Bivouac, and 2 Fountain Port. But yeah, this is kind of a good example of how you can have multiple versions of the same deck kind of doing similar things with different cards. And that's kind of what Standard is right now, right? There's tons of everything to play. So whatever you're looking for, there's something out there for you. Just check out more videos because we got stuff every day. So there's bound to be something that you want to play. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time. Domain Feast on midrange? That's probably true. In some ways. I mean, I guess it would depend on what kind of midrange, but probably. But I mean, if like Domain's that strong, like would you be playing it in a world of mono red and Boros aggro and all the enchantments? Like, I don't know, maybe. But man, I didn't even see. We got quite a few people hanging out today on different platforms. So thank y'all for coming by on a random Sunday afternoon / evening, depending on where you were. But I think that's going to do it for me, y'all. I have some things to catch up on. I have videos to edit. Y'all have stuff to watch on YouTube. Quick things, though. I want to pitch a couple things to you real quick, if y'all be so kind. Check out MistyMountainGaming.com if you haven't. They have amazing stuff. And right now, if you're doing any gift shopping or something for yourself, if you use that code Halloween Dragon, you'll save 10%, which is awesome. And they'll give me a small kickback, so you'll be helping your boy out if you get something. Also, if you just want to buy some merch and support your boy, I have a lot of cool stuff. And honestly, people have been liking the new shirts too. The Be Different shirt with all the different magic logos in it or whatever. So that's actually pretty sweet. So if y'all do want to check that out, that's a great way to support me and get something cool and unique for yourself that other people probably don't have. So there's that. And then more importantly, if you do want to support me regularly, if I could implore you to, go subscribe on YouTube, and join the memberships on YouTube. You'll get to have say on what happens on the channel. You'll get extra videos, private, for our level 2 members and up. And for our level 3 members, you also get private deck help if you want it. So lots of stuff there if you go support there. And we get to keep more of the memberships than we do on Twitch. So just saying. But hey, if you got your free membership on Twitch from your Prime sub, absolutely. Click that button. I would love it. But I think that's it, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, I got some things to do. And I appreciate y'all hanging out. We learned some things today. We played some fun decks. And we'll probably do it again tomorrow.